Okay, where were we?
Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for.
Okay, welcome back everybody to the City of Film Show. This is Series 2, Episode 1. I'm Graham McMorrow alongside Ryan Heinrichs and Kevin Fraser. Gentlemen?
Hello.
Graham, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's pretty good to be back. I don't think we've recorded since December 2011. Is that right?
Yeah, we had our holiday special. It was good. Good times.
Yeah, there was some controversy with that. Kevin, I hope you're getting help with your drinky problem. Well, it's a new series, and we're back with what we hope to be a new, slicker, tighter show. Not to say that Series 1 was bad, but the goal should always be to get better, don't you think?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm up for a more awesome experience.
Yeah. I'm already noticing a flaw in the show because I'm about to introduce a new feature that we're going to get right into. It's called the Film Stub Box, and what it is basically over the years since I can remember being a child, I've collected every film ticket that I have ever received from going to a film, and I've kept it in a box. And the situation now is that the box is not beside me; it's across the room. So I'm going to excuse myself and get the stub box. Okay?
Well, while you're doing that, maybe Kevin and I can speculate on the kind of movies Graham has seen over the years.
Well, we know Garfield for sure.
Garfield, unfortunately, Magic Mike has just opened, so we know that it's not Magic Mike. It could be Jurassic Park 3, maybe.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, here he is. Okay.
Okay, here we go. So, Kevin, do you want to explain what this feature is?
Well, what's going to happen is Graham is going to reach into the stub box and he's going to pull out a ticket, and we're going to talk about that movie.
I'm excited. If you're listening to this, you can already check on cityfilms.com and see a picture proof of this film stub collection. It's pretty big. There's a lot here, so it should be fun.
Before you pick this movie, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this all of the movies? Like, if you've seen something that's rather embarrassing, is there potential that you will pull out that embarrassing movie?
I've kept every ticket for every movie I've ever seen.
Excellent.
Some of these I can't even read anymore because they're too aged. Pulling out random ticket. Like I said, I can't even read this one. That's a shame. Wait, I'll hold it up to the light. We got something. Oh, okay. We're going with it. Okay, let's see if I can get a date here. It was 7:50 p.m. The film was... Oh, wait. No, it was an adult ticket.
What was the date?
January 7th, 2003.
Okay.
The film is Wrong Turn.
With Eliza Dushku.
Yeah, from Buffy fame, I guess.
Yes. I actually have never seen this movie. It looked actually rather bad.
All right, Kevin?
I've seen it. I've actually seen all of the really terrible direct-to-DVD sequels as well.
Whoa. Do you know there's a new one? Like a recent new one?
Yes.
Are you going to watch it?
Probably. I'll probably get onto it.
I just thought this feature could so fall apart eventually when neither of you have seen the movie. What's going to happen then? I don't know, but surprisingly, Kevin and I have seen Wrong Turn with Elijah Dushku.
Well, I suppose if it's a movie nobody else has seen, we can just kind of make fun of you.
That's true. It's not a bad movie. I don't know, Kevin, what do you think of the series? Wrong Turn 1, I guess. Was that the only one that went to theaters?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, after that it all went right to DVD.
And I think it was the third one, if somebody can look up the title of it, but the third one was good.
I think it was the second one that was good.
And yeah, that was okay. The second one was surprisingly good, even though they just shoved it on DVD, right?
Yeah. It was actually, yeah, it was surprisingly good. It was ridiculously bloody in a terrible way. And yeah, it was pretty much, yeah, it was good. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes, Wrong Turn was good. It's like, kind of like The Hills Have Eyes, but in the woods. Thoughts? Would you agree, Kevin?
I would agree. It's, one of those great hillbilly inbred movies.
So it's an entertaining slasher film. What's the other, is it Cabin Fever?
Cabin Fever, yeah, that was Eli
That
Roth.
was really gross.
How many movies did that have?
I think
They
it's
did it.
just 2 at the moment, but I think they're doing a 3rd one now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of like those horror movies that come and go or straight to DVD. They're entertaining because their entire budget just goes straight to blood and gore and stuff like that. It's entertaining.
You know what else actually came out around that same time that I kind of associate with Wrong Turn, even though I've never seen it, is the movie Darkness Falls.
Yes. Is that
Oh
the
yeah,
Tooth Fairy?
that was the Tooth Fairy one. I
Yeah.
remember seeing that ages ago.
Oh, Jeepers Creepers, that one. That's
Jeepers
another
Creepers,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, these movies. They're good.
Yeah, it seemed like around the early 2000s had a ton of these kind of like
Yeah,
new
I think
kind
that
of
was
slasher
around
films.
the time that Final Destination first came out, right?
Yeah, like the picked off one by one horror movies, those were pretty popular.
Graham, I may have seen this movie with you, but Kevin, I don't know if you've seen it, The Descent. Did you ever watch that one?
I do, and I own it too.
Yeah, we saw that in theaters. That was a really good movie.
They made a sequel, and I've never actually seen it.
Me neither. Kevin?
I think I have seen it, but I've completely forgot what it was about. I think it picks off right at the end of the first one, which I won't spoil who survives in case someone wants to watch it still, but it picks up with the last survivor, and she has to go back to the cave.
Yeah, so here's what IMDb is telling us about The Descent 2. Spoiler free. Refusing to believe her story about cave-dwelling monsters, the sole survivor of a spelunking exploration gone horribly wrong is forced to follow the authorities back into the caves where something awaits.
I like it.
Yeah, because you just know everything's going to work out.
Yep, no one's gonna die.
Sounds reasonable.
So that's the Stubbox feature. There are plenty of movies in here. This feature could go on for years. There's also, I'm going to take these out, but I should just mention there's also concert tickets and other sporting events. I just picked up Rolling Stones, and we saw it on October 8th, the day before my birthday. And the day before that, we saw The Departed in theaters. Martin Scorsese's The Departed. That was a weekend. Sure. And it's, you want to tell them our sleeping conditions on that trip?
So, yeah, we did, going from, for those familiar with the geography of Canada, as we were in Edmonton and we traveled to, I believe it was in Regina for the Rolling Stones concert, and we left the arrangements for our accommodations up to Graham, and, Graham, being the thrifty fellow that he is, set us up with this. Did you find it on like one of those online websites where to arrange? I don't know. Anyways, we ended up sleeping in some stranger's basement that they sold. they sold what? Do you remember what the price was? Was it like $80 or something ridiculous?
I think it was $100 for the 2 nights. They were nice people. The basement was kind of damp. The shower was kind of rusty. The soap was kind of awful. The funniest thing was that we came down, like the basement's pretty empty. There's a couch that doesn't match, and then a table that has no chairs. But they decided to lay out a deck of cards for us. And when I mean laid out, like they made it a fan. Like, with cards you can lay it out like in a certain style. They did that as if we were going to be like, ooh.
This is definitely worth $100.
I wonder if there's any cards that are missing.
Yeah, Graham and I both spent our evenings there sleeping on a recliner, slightly reclined, fully clothed in our street clothes. I
should have been separate recliners.
Yeah.
We weren't cuddling up out of, fear.
Although, I feel like that would have been a valid response to the fact that we were in a stranger's basement.
Okay, moving on. I was going to mention to our listeners out there, feel free to Facebook, email, tweet us questions or anecdotes of your own for us to talk about on the show like we just did. We went from stub boxes to strangers' basements. So here's a talking point for you guys to connect to us with. Horrible date movies or movies you regret watching with your parents. I don't know if you guys want, I can mention this on the next show. I think I'll save it. But yeah, I think, the ultimate, why would you watch that with your parents movie? But yeah, next show we'll talk about that. So if you have a horrible date movie or a movie that you watched with your parents and you was totally uncomfortable, send it our way. Email us, Facebook us, tweet us. Go to the contact page on cityofilms.com. Yeah, speaking of seeing movies, Ryan, why don't we talk about the ice cream cake movie-going experience that we both shared?
You know, to start it off, do you remember what movie we saw? Because I cannot actually recall that.
I do. Should I start with that?
Yes.
Okay. It was a Friday. It was the opening day of this movie. I don't know why we all wanted to go see it so eagerly, but I think there were 4 of us maybe. I remember, I'll get to the movie in a moment. I think I'll set it up first. It was me, Ryan, shout out to our buddy Andrew. I think there was one other person, some guys in a minivan anyways. These details don't matter. So we all decided to go see a movie. On the way there, we jokingly said like, oh, we should sneak in some food. And then I don't know who mentioned it, but it came up that we should sneak ice cream cake into a movie because no one's ever done it before. So how we pulled this off was we got some Tupperware. Somebody had some Tupperware at their house, so we grabbed some boxes of Tupperware, and headed over to Dairy Queen, product placement, give us some cake. And we bought an ice cream cake, got into the van, and all we had for utensils, I remember this clearly, was a plastic fork and knife. The cut job, needless to say, did not go well. Those things kept breaking. Eventually, we all had our big chunk of ice cream cake in our Tupperware containers, made our way to the film, bought our tickets for Identity.
Oh, there it was. That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. John Cusack, Amanda Peet.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah. Ray Liotta, yeah. Good movie. So I don't know how we got in with Tupperware sticking out of our pockets, but we did, and we sat in the back row and enjoyed some ice cream during our movie. I don't think I couldn't top that unless, I snuck in a pizza, but these days you don't have to. You can just buy that at the theater.
I could go for an ice cream cake right now.
Yeah, let's wrap it up so we can go get some. So yeah, the next thing I was going to let Kevin talk about is something I'm pretty excited for. But, Kevin, do you want to tell everybody about the new feature coming to cityfilms.com, simply called The Review?
Yes, I will. It's a very clever title, isn't it? The Review. I haven't been around with the site as long as you guys have, but I think this is the first time we'll have original video content, yes?
Yes.
Awesome.
We couldn't afford it before.
I know.
But now you and your mom are paying for it. It's all good.
Yeah! Anyway, so it's called The Review. And the title pretty much explains it all. It's going to be a 5 to 10 minute video review of just about anything. We're going to do movies, we're going to do shorts, TV episodes, pretty much anything we want. We don't have a release date for it yet, but it should be coming later this summer, so keep an eye out.
Wow!
Yeah, you've been working hard on it. How many do you have in the can right now? You have 5?
Yeah, I think I have about 5.
Yeah. Yeah, so that should be fun. So look forward to that on cityfilms.com. Speaking of reviews, wow, what a link. I was going to review the movie Ted for all our listeners. Do we have enough money for a jingle, do you think, or do you guys want to help me out with making up one?
I will. Okay, Kevin, you do the lyrics and I will make the background music. Ready?
Oh, God.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
It's Ted. It's a movie about a bear who swears. And Graham, he watched it, and he's going to tell us about it.
Review. Okay. I would say anybody interested in seeing Ted but is unsure about it should read all the negative reviews out there, because that will likely entice you to go and want to see this movie. It's a filthy, funny movie that they don't make rated R movies like this very often, so it's a treat to go see it in theaters with everybody laughing. It's going to offend plenty of people, but if you like Family Guy, I'd say early to middle Family Guy, when it just before it got unwatchable, it's just that kind of good comedy. Writer, director, and producer of Ted, Seth MacFarlane, brings his style of Family Guy to the table for sure with Ted. So you get your cutaways, which I was surprised with. Obscure pulp. Yeah, it was obscure pulp culture references that pleased 5 people out of the 200 watching it. Because of its But like I'd say because of its predictable story, I can't call it a great movie, but it's better than good. So what's the in between there? Gate? It's a Gate movie?
Good? I love Gate movies.
And surprisingly, if I was going to recommend this to a certain demographic of people, I would say actually it's a really great date movie, like for a guy and a girl to go and see. Probably not a first date movie, but I await the unrated DVD hopefully this Christmas.
So you heard it there from Graham. It's Gate on a Date.
But yeah, I was saying, hopefully it's out in time for Christmas because I imagine the stuff that didn't make it in the movie is unprofessional for sure. Maybe we can give it away as a prize for a contest. See what I did? Another link. Now it's time to talk about a contest.
Clever segue. Cue the music.
Do we have a jingle for the contest? Okay, that's enough jingles.
I think you're gonna I think you're gonna use that weird bongo drum segue you use sometimes.
No, there's gonna be less of that this year. Straight, off the cuff, one show, no edits. There'll definitely be edits. Okay, so this time around with the new series of the City of Film Show, we're actually going to have a contest on each episode, and we're going to give away a prize or two on each episode as well. Here's what you could win on episode 1. A while back, I reviewed the book Tales from Development Hell. It's a great book. You can find the review on cityofilms.com. It's about all the movies that were made or haven't been made or will never be made that were just stuck in what they call development hell. It's an interesting read for sure. So to get this book, all you have to do is, again, email us, tweet us, Facebook us, send us mail at cityfilms.com, or go to the contact page on the website. All you need to do is, just like our ice cream cake story, you should tell us what outside food or drink you've snuck into a movie, or if you don't have one, just make one up to make us laugh, and you could win a free copy of this book, and we'll randomly select a winner and reveal it on cityfilms.com. Fair enough?
Sounds good.
Well, thanks everybody for listening again. Like I said, Series 1 back catalog is on the City of Film Show if you missed it. And see you for Episode 2. Bye, everybody.
What do we have planned for Episode 2?
Well, I think Kevin's going to share a film school story. As you know, Kevin went to film school, and there's plenty of stories to tell. Kevin, is it going to be a comedy story, a dramatic story? What do you got?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, teaser.
So I know that we did 6 episodes of Season 1.
And 2 specials.
Are we, we're going to bump it up for the peeps out there wanting to hear more of our...
Well, this is interesting. Kevin didn't really want to. I mentioned that. I said we could probably do more episodes this season, and he said, it's a good format we have going now. Kevin, defend yourself.
Well, I don't know. I think less is more, and I think doing a smaller amount of episodes. Shut up.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do 6, but then maybe we'll bring Series 3 back sooner than we did with Series 2.
Yeah.
So, what I really like is that we're having production meetings during the filming of episode.
This is the kind of high-class, organized show you're getting into here, folks.
If this conversation made the show, listeners, it didn't go well. That's all I'm saying.